If somebody says takeout, I generally think Chinese food. When I think Chinese food, I generally think China Delight. They have a pretty good range of Chinese specialties, and I'm going to review one or two of them tonight, here on TakeOut 2Nite. Hey everybody, welcome to TakeOut 2Nite. I'm Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society, with you, and tonight I am traveling to the Orient, to the Far East if you will, to present you guys with a review of a couple of Asian favorites. When I think about takeout food, I think about Chinese food, and that's what I'm going to be reviewing for you here tonight on TakeOut 2Nite, and I'll be right back with my review of China Delight. Alright everybody, I'm back with this edition of TakeOut 2Nite for Friday night, November the 22nd, 2013. As you can see, it's a little past 7:30 p.m. and I'm trying to get this video together and out for you as soon as possible. Like I said, I'm reviewing tonight a place called China Delight in Alexandria, Virginia. It is at 4686 King Street. Right across the street from where I work, basically. And that's how I got introduced to this place. Through my work, my boss Jeff, he constantly goes to China Delight to get his Chinese food when he's not on a diet, which he currently is, but he has always gotten China Delight. It used to be owned by a really cool dude named Mr. Lee, and me and the fellas used to go there and get our Chinese food quite frequently, whether it be for lunch, or we'd actually go into the restaurant and eat it there, or, you know, carry it out and take it home for dinner and things like that. Like I said, it was owned by a guy named Mr. Lee. When he answered the phone, he would basically be like, China Delight! And it was really cool. You know, I don't know why I think that's cool, but it was cool. Brings back good memories. Mr. Lee was also very often caught coming out of the quote-unquote back room at Purple Pot in this video, which used to be right next door to the China Delight back in the day. If you know what I'm talking about, the good old back room where they keep all kinds of interesting videos. Anyway, Mr. Lee was a cool guy. He introduced me to sake as well as to plum wine, which I used to drink a bit in my youth. Not so much anymore. Pretty much stick with the old gin and ginger. And tonight, I'm going to go ahead and review a couple of Chinese favorites, like I was saying before. You've got, first, as our appetizer, fried wontons, and these are fried beef wontons, I'm pretty sure. And basically what that is a deep-fried dough with a wad of beef on the inside folded up, and they serve it with this bright red sauce, which is the same sauce they give you when you get your sweet and sour chicken or shrimp. Not a big fan of that sauce. I actually like the duck sauce better that they usually give you with the Asian appetizers, as well as the hot mustard. But alas, these guys didn't give me any, and when I picked up the food, the lady behind the counter actually swung the bag at me and knocked over all of the toothpicks all over the counter and all over to the floor. So I didn't get a chance to ask for those things when the time came because of the confusion. As for a main course, I got everybody's favorite, and that's General Tso's chicken. Now, many different people say General Tso's in many different ways. I say General Tso. I've heard of people say General Tso, like with a Z, or General Chow, or General Tsao, or Tso. And anyway, it's General Tso's chicken as far as I'm concerned. And what that is big chunks of battered chicken, fried and supposed to be sauteed in a spicy sauce, a spicy sweet and slightly sour sauce. And they put a lot of that sauce in here. I'm not a huge fan of when there's too much of the General Tso's sauce going on, but, you know, I guess I can get over it. I like mine lightly sauced, so to speak. And I asked for extra spicy. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means they put extra chili peppers in there or what the deal is, but it's nice, big, thick pieces of chicken like you see. Alright, so it also comes with white rice. You can get it with brown rice for about $2 additional. The General Tso's chicken for the dinner portion was $11 and what, 95 cents? No, $11.45. Big difference there. And the fried wontons were $4.25 for 8. Got a little dyslexic there. All right, so let's get to what we came to do, and that's eat. Like I said, they didn't give me any of the accoutrement, you know, the duck sauce, the hot mustard, etc. And they only gave me one stinky old packet of soy sauce. Not really big into soy anyway, so no big deal there. So I brought out what I call my usual suspects for Asian food, and that would be plum sauce, chili paste, and extra hot Chinese mustard. I've got a little bit of that doled out on the side there. And I'm going to go ahead and try these fried wontons first. Fried wontons can go one way or they can go the other. You know, if they've been sitting around for a while and that wadded up little piece of meat on the inside gets kind of old and hard and dry, they can be pretty nasty. But if they're fresh and that meat is juicy and on point, it's usually pretty good. Alright, let me bring it over here to the dipping station. Get myself a little bit of a base of the plum. Hit it up with a little bit of that mustard. There you go. Show it to you. Alright guys, take a look at the bowl of chicken while I take a bite of this. I accidentally got all the meat in one bite, so I couldn't really show you the condition of the meat on the inside. Perhaps I'll get to that later. But, time for the main event, and that is the General Tso's chicken. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm not real good with my left hand with chopsticks, so let me grab the camera with the left hand here. Although there's no strap on that side, you may notice it get a little bit more shaky. But these are some big ass pieces of chicken here. Alright, show that one to you. Nice orange color. Smells really sweet. Dripping with sauce. I actually kind of like the hot mustard with this too, but I'm going to taste it without the hot mustard to give you a true opinion of the product. Alright, let me holler at it. Okay, there's a little chili pepper to chase it with. Oops, lost my rice. Hard to grab it through this perspective. Alright, got some rice. Alright guys, I'll be back with my views and comments on China Delight General Tso's chicken. Okay everybody, I'm back with your review of China Delight's General Tso's chicken and fried wontons. Well, what do I gotta say? I've had this stuff many times before, so it's no real surprise. It's not the best Chinese food on the food chain, but it's definitely not the worst. It's pretty darn good. I'd say above average at the very least. Your fried wontons were very crunchy. The meat was not dried out on the inside, but it wasn't like fresh cooked fresh either. You know, it might have been around for a little couple of hours or something like that. And they were a little too crunchy, like maybe they had been fried, I don't know, 30 seconds too long or something like that. That gave them a little bit of an oily taste to them, and I don't dig that too much. It was, you know, hidden fairly well by the, you know, accoutrements over here that I put into play. The plum sauce, the mustard, the hot mustard, and the chili sauce made it all kind of taste really good in the long run, but not the best overall. I'd have to say probably a 5/8 of a thumbs up, a little bit over a half of a thumbs up for these. 5/8 of a thumbs up for the fried wontons. The meat, like I said, was pretty juicy, and maybe I can get you a little shot of the inside real quick. There you go. Nice little hunk of meat in there. Okay, so 5/8 thumbs up for the fried wontons. Now on to the main course, the General Tso's chicken. A couple of things, rather 3 things would have made this perfect General Tso's chicken for me. Number 1, if it was a little bit crispier. Number 2, a little bit spicier. And number 3, if there's a little bit less sauce. and I think a little bit less sauce would have made it a little bit crispier. So I cannot give it a perfect rating there. I'm not going to say half of a thumbs up or even 5/8 of a thumbs up. I'm going to give it a 3/4 thumbs up, and I'll tell you why. The sauce that was there, although a little too much, was nice and sweet, nicely sour. Now, it wasn't spicy enough. When I hit one of the chili peppers, it was very spicy, because I do put some extra chili peppers in there. But overall, not that spicy, so I was a little disappointed in that. And like I said, not that crispy, but on the inside, the chicken was very moist, very juicy, very succulent, good, tender, white meat chicken. Got nothing wrong with that. So that's what I like the most about it. So that's why I give it a 3/4 thumbs up, because it was pretty good. You know, not perfect, but pretty darn good. Good try. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, grub on the rest of this for the rest of the night, and maybe even have some of it left over for lunch if I'm lucky. So that'll be a good thing as well. The rice was just rice. It's just white rice. I actually should have gotten the brown rice, because you can get that for an extra $2, and it spares you a few carbs. But hey, what can I say? I like sticky white rice too. So, you know, what is it? Half of a thumb up on the rice. It's nothing to write home about. So 3/4 thumbs up on the General Tso's, 5/8 of a thumbs up on the fried wontons, and a half of a thumb up on the rice. All in all, a pretty good meal from China Delight. You know, feel free to visit them if you're in the area. They're not too far from a more famous Chinese restaurant in the area, which is the Peking Gourmet, where President Bush II used to go and eat a lot when he was around, as well as the first George Bush, actually. I think it was the first George Bush that went more frequently. But it's a very famous place. They have pictures of famous people in it and so forth. I think it kind of smells like dish rags in there. I prefer China Delight to it, honestly, and that's why I decided to review it for you. Alright, so that's my review of China Delight. On to Sunday, where you will see a brand new Quick Chips episode. One that we filmed a couple of months back, I'm sure. Maybe even the Champion Chips edition between Doritos Salsa Verde and Salsitos, which footage had been lost for some time, but I've recently found it. I just got to get it back onto the computer and get it ready to go. Also, Tuesday on the road, OTR, I think I will be going to Red Robin to try their brand new black pepper bacon burger, which looks awesome. I'm going to give that a shot on Tuesday unless something else comes to mind that seems better for me. Alright guys, so that is TakeOut 2Nite for tonight. Thanks for watching. You can place comments down below to let me know how I'm doing or what you want to see me review. Also, join the sAs on Facebook. We have an awesome time all the time. We have about 95 members, trying to get that up to 100 members, guys. Hey, when we have 100 members, there's going to be something special that happens. I just don't know what it is. Also, subscribe to the sAs Snacks channel if you want to see more reviews like this one in the future. If you don't like the videos, don't watch the videos. But if you do, hit that thumbs up button down there and be a good guy. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This is Brandon saying, in the meantime, in between time, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey guys, me and Dusty back here with you real quick. Forgot to share my fortune with you. Go ahead and crack this baby open. What do you think it is, Dusty? Anything good? Sorry I'm a little bit out of frame. This is kind of extemporaneous, you know what I'm saying? Break that baby open. Get cookie all over my bed the way it's supposed to be. I don't know if you can see that, but it says, you will have a bright future. Hey, that's a good thing. Now that's a real fortune. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.